This is for my friend who doesn't believe some of my stories. And they're not stories because they're the truth. So, just going to take a little ride. Look for the street theater and the cars that like to cut me off all the time. Right, Fox? That's right. I used to vacation with my so-called family down here. I loved it down here. I always wanted to retire down here, and guess what? Looks like that happened. Foiled the devil again. Thought they were doing something really great to me when they got me evicted from my apartment. Joke's on them. But I just did a little clip on 5G and RH negative blood, but I want to talk a little bit about RH negative blood. In order to have an RH negative baby, one of the parents have to have RH negative blood. Well, neither my mother or my father have RH negative blood, which means I'm not part of the family. I don't know where I came from, but I sure didn't come from them. I found out a lot in the last couple weeks about what they tried to do to me. And Lord forgive them, for they know not what they do. They're deceased. I don't know where their soul is. This is a long story, but if you want to listen to it, you can. We never knew what my dad did at work because he never talked about it. Until after he retired, he gave us, just said a couple things. But a couple things was enough. Because the Lord has been giving me the pieces to the puzzle. And I thank the Lord for that. My earliest memory is sitting on the kitchen floor near the heat vent, because everybody in my family liked to have it like 62 degrees, and I was always cold. I was always freezing cold. So I used to sit by the heat vent in the kitchen with my sleeping bag over me, trying to get some heat. And all I heard growing up, "Who turned up the heat, Lisa?" It's like, well, I'm not a reptilian, so I don't really like it freezing cold. I don't know what they were, but my aunt did something really weird one time. This all like does lead to something. She looked at me and my son when she was in the nursing home. She was 93. And she said, when I wanted Uncle Tony, she said, I would look at him like this. Let me tell you, I have never seen anything so creepy in all of my life. She had Alzheimer's, so I guess she didn't realize she was supposed to keep that a secret. And she batted her eyes at me and Christopher. Sorry, Chris. And her eyes were completely black. The whites of her eyes were completely black. Seems pretty reptilian, shape-shifting to me. Anyway, I was talking about sitting on my kitchen floor by the heat vent because I was cold. Well, also sit by the heat vent in my sleeping bag because I had a piece, looks like a piece of lead pencil in my leg, like 5 inches up from my ankle, like towards the inside of my leg. A piece of lead. I was trying to pick it out. I would use my little sister's safety pin for her diapers and stretch it out and try to pick it out. And it would bleed, because I knew it didn't belong in there. And I would bleed. My parents saw me doing it. They didn't even try to stop me. Let me tell you one thing. If one of my children were sitting on the floor digging at their leg with a big safety pin, I would find out why they were doing something like that. That's like ludicrous. It's crazy. It's really crazy. This is a really long story, so I might have to do it in a couple parts. So I don't know how long my, what type of memory my phone has, or storage. So, let's see. So I had a tracking device in my leg. And I was trying to pick out since I was like 4 or 5 years old. And my parents didn't do anything about it. My dad told us a little bit of his job. He said he worked on satellites. He developed the first satellite. And he was so proud. There was a little contest at work where they had a contest to name this project. Well, my dad named it Project Pegasus. Look it up. And from what I understand, there's really not any satellites. So, I posted on my YouTube channel about a week ago about my foil wrap that had all the direct energy weapon holes in it, or pulsed energy projectiles. Well, I looked up the article that this gentleman sent to me, and I read it, and then it came up related articles underneath of there, and it said something like test subject on the hippocampus part of the brain. Bingo. Bingo. My dad used hippocampus as his passcode for his computer. He told on himself. He told on himself. He never did like me. Ask anybody. Or somebody else in my family didn't like them either. Now we know why. Now we know why. So, I don't know if this story makes any sense to you, but I believe that my dad was involved in the project. Mind control. And, mind control. MK Ultra. Direct energy weapons. And I guess on another video clip, I guess I'll talk to you about how they tried to kill me when I was 5 years old and I couldn't walk for a month. I found that out too. The Lord sent me there too. So God bless their souls. God bless their souls. So I guess I've used enough of my energy about that. I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive the rest of my family too. I'm the black sheep. They're not being very nice to me. Trying to cheat me out of my inheritance. So, no weapons formed against me shall prosper. And remember, every knee shall bow. Every knee shall bow. And when you target targeted individual, when you're being the one targeting them, God tags you. And it's up to God for his vengeance. So make it right with the Lord, people. Repent and tell him you're sorry, so you can go into the kingdom of heaven. That's all I gotta say right now. God bless everyone. Have a great day and be the reason somebody smiles today.